America first, American first. Okay, so finally there was a deal that was going on in Geneva. Geneva is a town in Switzerland, and there was a deal going on between China and United States. Mr. Scott Bessent from the Secretary for the Treasury and Vice Premier from the China, Mr. He Lifang, they were having an agreement deal on the trade tariff that Donald Trump has introduced only for the China, not for everyone, only for the China. And what is that? Only for the China. And what the trade tariff was 145% tariff on China and 125% tariff on United States. If United States product entering into China, then it will be 125% tariff on it. And earlier it was 50%, more or less. If Chinese product entering into United States, it will be 145%. Earlier it was more or less 3%, 3% to 145%. And it happened so, I mean, there is a base 10% tariff on every country's product that is entering into United States. That is already there. 25% tariff on aluminum, steel, and auto parts. That is already there on every country. That is there. But a special tariff was on China. Otherwise, reciprocal or retaliatory tariff on all countries is awaiting. Probably from the first week of July, it will be announced. Right now, it is postponed. Anyway, America was completely targeting China because Donald Trump is saying that the trade tariff with China itself is $1 trillion. Means China export item into United States worth $500 billion, more or less. And then American, they order online products from China. That is 1.2 billion packages. It arrives in US from China. More or less, Americans are right now, they are completely consumer of Chinese product. Chinese consumer electronics to everything, they are consumer of Chinese product. Anyway, now, the Geneva meeting had happened. Why meeting happened? In April time frame, the import into US, the Chinese product, it reduced by 21%. 21% Chinese product import reduced in the US, that is considered as very high. And it was beginning, means month by month, the Chinese product that is entering into United States, that would have reduced. Means America would not be getting sales taxes also what it was getting earlier. In the name of high tariff, America was losing heavy money. That is one thing. Second thing is people were completely angry on the Donald Trump because of the tariff on China. Because people were completely habituated, accustomed of buying low price or medium price Chinese item, especially in electronics area and other area, in the retail area, or the kind of stationery area, or or toys or anything. Means China export everything, everything. So in that way, people were in trouble, and slowly American government started coming into the trouble. Means people were more or less, they were boycotting Chinese item in a this way that America will not get sales taxes at all, and America would lose heavily. In that way, American government, it started negotiating with the Chinese government in Geneva, Switzerland, and 2 days discussion happened on Saturday and Sunday. And Monday, Mr. Scott Bessent, he did the briefing of the deal. And now the deal is that America would tax 30%, 145% to 30%, and China would put tariff 10%, 125% to 10%. China would put now, and America would lower 145% to 30%. Now, people, no one is. I've read many websites. No one is giving reason why it is 30 to 1, 30 to 10. Why America is imposing 30% tax on Chinese item right now, and China is imposing 10%. Everything is fixed by Donald Trump. The reason is that the net trade between China and US is $660 billion, and in that $500 billion is Chinese export to America. and $160 billion is American export to China. More or less, it is three times. And America is in trade deficit because of this. Now 3 is to 1, 16, more or less it is 3 is to 1 only. Now America has put 3 is to 1 in the new tariff, 30% for the Chinese product and 10% to the American product entry into the into the China. This is one thing. Next thing is China had put complete stall. China has China had stopped complete export of rare earth metals, rare earth metal like gadolinium, tritium, scandium, and there are many. I believe there are 17 rare earth metal, and these rare earth metal are heavily used in warfare equipment. Means American military, they use rare earth metal of the China. China is the America. China all around the world. I believe 80% of the rare earth metal comes from China only. So American military to all the consumer electronics and solar panel, I believe all they use rare earth metal. Now these companies were on heavy talks. Donald Trump did not think anything, only money, 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 money. It could not understand that American companies they have direct dependency on the rare earth metal. Now everyone started starving. Okay, this is how. So rare earth metal. Now China will export to US. China showed to the US that China is not dependent upon America. America is, if China is dependent upon America for money, then America is completely dependent upon the China as far as material is concerned. If China stopped exporting items, then America companies would start starving. In that fashion, now rare earth metal China will export to the America. Anyway, economists are saying that it is retreat by the Donald Trump, not by the China, because Donald Trump had started the war, and when Donald Trump has come to 30% from 145%, then it is a defeat of Donald Trump. Anyway, this is only for 90 days. After 90 days, there will be revision again. But whatever it is a sigh of relief for the Chinese exporter and for the consumer, a purchaser, or buyer, or shoppers in the America. Now the product will cost 30% more than what it costed earlier. But still it is very high. Still it is very high. Means Chinese product generally people buy as a kind of fashion item like Chinese pen, Chinese scissor, and these kind of things. If I exclude the electronic material, so Chinese notebook and those are not very important, but still people buy because it is very cheap. In that sense, 30% hike is really high hike. Anyway, what China import from America? China import from America mainly the electronic semiconductor processors, the processor that comes in computer. Those processors, Chinese company import from America. They are especially high speed processors or artificial intelligence, means high speed processor. Or with the high quality graphics card processor, they import from the America. Now Donald Trump is saying that when China is now has come from 50% to 10%, means China is now open market for America. Now America can export anything to the China. Means they will control the Chinese market. This is what Donald Trump is saying. 50% was earlier. Chinese, if American product going into China, then China was putting 50% tariff. Now it is 10%. Now it is open market for the American companies. Mr. Donald Trump, China, China builds everything. If China is importing anything from America, then China does not make it. Otherwise, American products are far costlier than Chinese products. Anyway, after this 30%, 10% deal, electric car and I believe solar panel also, they will be charged at 100% and 50% tariff that Joe Biden had set. Joe Biden had set 100% tariff on electric car and on solar panel 50% if they enter into America from China. That is still there, whatever it is. If Xiaomi car comes in India, electric car from China, then it costs 25 lakhs rupees. If American Ford car comes to India, it costs 1 crore 70 lakhs rupees. Both are same, around 700 to 800 mileage on full charge they give. And then One is 25 lakhs and one is 1 crore 70 lakhs. 7 times more American car is costing in India. When India places tariff on the Chinese car also, in that fashion, who will buy American car in China when there is no tariff on the custom tariff on the Chinese product? So whatever Chinese were buying from the America, the high speed processor, that will cost less in America. That's it. Otherwise, I don't. No one sees new market of American product into China. That's why China reduced to 10% also. But anyway, now the economists are saying that this will not be very useful to the trade right now, because people are skeptical looking at the Donald Trump nature, changeable nature. Okay, Donald Trump is changing moment to moment. What he will do next day, no one understands. In that way, the traders from the China, they will be skeptical. They will be cautious. They will not be very straightforward. They will start jumping and pushing all the item into the America, because item will be midway to the America and tariff will go high. Who knows? So they will wait for some time. This is what the economists are saying, whatever it is. First time in the history, in the first time in the past 3 months or 4 months, Donald Trump has showed the downward turn, downward. Otherwise, every time he was upward only. First time downward he has showed. It looks like the war was not going between China and America. War was trade war. War was going between American government and American people. This is what everyone is saying. War is not between America and China. War is between American government and American people. And because of the American people heavy protest, government bent. Government did bend. It had no other alternative. Anyway, it's a big news for American people. If they purchase online also, the tax will be 30% only. Anyway, wait and watch, and people are watching for two things. One thing is that from the 1st of July, the reciprocal tariff on all the countries has to come into the effect. And then this 90 days extension, after 90 days, what will happen that people will see. People were expecting that the trade war will grow in May June time frame, and looks like that. Means it is hot now. Anyway, people will see what will happen. And third thing is that ByteDance company's product, that is TikTok, that is also is under extension of 75 days or 90 days, mid of the June. That also decision has to be made that they will divest this TikTok business in America to the American companies or not. Whatever. Donald Trump is jumping, Mr. Donald Trump is jumping, claiming that we have reduced the tariff of China from 50% to 10%. Anyway, it's a good news, especially for the Chinese consumer also. Chinese, there is no Chinese direct consumer of the American product, but Chinese companies who are buying American products like high speed AI processors, they will be happy. This is for sure. And this is bringing a new trend. Earlier we were talking that Donald Trump is bringing a new trend of a high tariff. Now when India has also talked about the lessening the tariff on American product, earlier it was 56%. If India also brings it to 10%, then it will be a massive change in India also, whatever it is. It happened for the good as far as the worldwide is concerned. Mr. Keir Starmer, Honorable Prime Minister of England, United Kingdom, had once said that now the globalization era is over. The globalization era that started in 1991, it is over, because the America had started and America has ended it. It is not true. Globalization is coming to maturity now. This is true, because the change what we are saying or surprises what we are saying, it is because China has come to top layer now. From bottom layer, it has come to top layer in 10 years only. That's why confusion is there. Now it will settle down. The slowly, because China has immediately it came to top spot. Otherwise, the spot was with the European Union and America and Canada. All of a sudden, China rose to number one, and that's why this confusion were happening. Now things will resettle with the new equation, that is China is number one. Now with this new equation, trade tariff around the globe will settle down. And in that fashion, people are hopeful that trade import with for every country will lower down. If Chinese have made 50% to 10%, and India is talking about making 3% gap between India and US as far as tariff is concerned, it will go down all where in the country. I would say globalization around the globe, it is seeing its maturity now. It is seeing its youthness now. It is becoming youth. Earlier it was child. Now it is becoming young and powerful.